down.
Good afternoon, guys. So I just got into Bagan last night, but I ended up drinking all night with this one. So so this morning was kind of a write-off. So we just headed to Mount Popa for the afternoon and hopefully see a beautiful sunset. How good is this breeze right now?
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, so it's like 38 degrees at ground level, so this wind is wonderful. Hey Jax, did you make a friend?
Yeah, I did. we're besties now.
Gotta get them Instagram likes. So what do we think of the sunset?
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, I would recommend it. Mount Popa is a good trip for sunset.
It is.
Okay, good morning world. We're up at the crack of dawn to go check out the sunrise at Bagan. Let's start all the temple wonderland. But yeah, it's early as shit. I'm really tired. But we've got an e-bike and we're gonna head out now. So we made it to one of the temples for the sunrise, and we've climbed up quite a high pagoda here to get like the best time lapses and photos for sunrise. This place looks absolutely incredible. I'm so excited for the rest of today. So I just caught one of the most beautiful sunrises I've ever seen in my life here at Bagan. I'll pop the location if you want to check out where I saw it in a caption down below. Unbelievable. So the rest of today's plans is temples, temples and more temples. We just turned up at our first one, let's check it out. The first set of temples were pretty cool, but we're going to head back on the bike now and see what else we can find. This is our trusty little e-bike. It's silent and that creeps me out, but it works. So you're not allowed to film in the interiors of these temples here, but the inside murals are absolutely stunning. They date back to the Bagan period of like 10th century, so it's pretty interesting to see it in the flesh, still reasonably preserved. So one thing I have noticed while I've been here is that a lot of the temples have got like bamboo scaffolding around them, and the reason is because in the 2016 earthquake, you can see it up there, some of it got damaged so badly, so they're trying to maintain the structural strength, I guess. So yeah, it's not as pretty as it were, but at least they're not crumbling to the floor.
That belongs in a museum!
Hi Jax. So just behind us over there is where we watch the sunrise, and it's even beautiful during the middle of the day, although it's getting a bit too hot. Come on, it is well hot. It might be too hot.
Might be.
So we're here on top of one of the higher temples here that has multiple levels, and yeah, we're kind of dancing around up here because the floor's so hot, and it's getting pretty close to midday, so we're probably going to head back in a little bit, but it's absolutely stunning here. I can't stress enough how much it was worth coming here, and I'm so glad I saved it for the end of my trip. Bit of a squeeze, bloody hell. Just about fit. This place, this is like by far the coolest kind of like set of temple complexes I've ever come across. Like, you go to Angkor in Cambodia and like, yeah, it's fantastic, like the architecture is incredible, biggest religious monument in the world and so on, but here there's a 100th of the tourists. We've got an entire massive complex to ourselves. You can climb all over the roofs and it's no problem. Everyone's welcome. Like, Bagan is amazing. Some would even say lit. Hey! Raindrops, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot. So the temples we've been checking out here have been absolutely incredible. So beautiful, but it's really hot. The floor is so grand and you have to be barefoot in all of these temples, and like, yeah, it's scalding now. So we're gonna check out one more temple and then head back into town for lunch. We're in a tunnel right now. The camera does not do this thing justice to the scale of it. It is absolutely huge. Okay, that's it now. We're all templed out for the morning and early afternoon. We're gonna head back out for sunset later, but I think we're done for now. Just gotta get some cold ice cream or something. Behold the pink drink.
God damn, it's a pretty fucking good milkshake.
So the heat of the day has gone off. It's just after 5. We're just checking out a good spot in Old Bagan to try and find great sunset. Let's do it. Okay, we found our prime sunset spot, so let's climb up this thing. So we got a little bit cheated by the sun. If you watch my time lapse, I'm going to show you in a moment. It just kind of vanished behind a cloud before it even touched the ground. But we climbed up a pretty cool pagoda here. We're pretty damn high up actually. So yeah, all in all, it's been a fantastic day around Bagan. I'm having a great time here. I think tomorrow we're going to get a bike again and ride round, catch some other temples we didn't get to see today, because the midday heat is unbearable, but trying to fit the whole place in the morning is just not feasible. So yeah, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. I'm going to end today for here, because tonight will probably just be good dinner and drinks. And I mean, unless it's one of those amazing like strawberry frozen, like, what was it? It was amazing. It was a $5 shake, and it was too good.
Did you just order a $5 shake?
Mm-hmm.
It was an ice cream shake, strawberry ice cream shake.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Would recommend. I'll even put the restaurant name in the description. That's how good it was. All right, see you tomorrow. Okay, day 2 of Bagan Temple exploring. We've got a second e-bike. This one's green, not yellow. I don't know why that's relevant. Yeah, we're gonna head back out. So today we're at the temples of Old Bagan, a little bit closer to the mainstream tourist trail than where we were yesterday. It's noticeable, to be honest. Yesterday we had temples to ourselves most of the day. Whatever tourists were there were quietly just going about their business, right? You know, I could shoot this and it was no issue. Today it's like every other Burmese kid in the area is like, they all want your foreign currency. They're all like street begging kids that should be in school, and to be honest, it takes away from the place. It does. That's like why the temples of Angkor get frustrating to people after a few hours. This place has been really clear of anything like that pretty much throughout the country up until today, because we've come to like the more touristic side of Bagan. If I had a piece of advice, it would be get an e-bike and ride into like the deserty ones. Don't come to the main ones near the Golden Palace, because it's just full of tourists and full of street beggars. You know, for me, there's something just inherently awesome about just being able to like climb up something as ancient as this, try not to disturb it in any way, and just have some fun, look at the amazing views from the top. We've headed outside of Old Bagan now, back towards where we were yesterday, so out in the kind of savanna plain that covers the entire area of Bagan. Again, so much quieter, so many less tourists already. It's just backpackers with e-bikes at the most, and you know, I've got this whole thing to myself. Wow, Jack's down there too. But we've got the whole thing to ourselves, and it's just incredible. I love it here, I really do. So Sulamali's been one of the best temples here so far. It's a shame you can't go to the roof anymore, but the bottom side murals are just incredible. It's worth looking at for sure. It's just breathtaking here. It really, really is. So this is the last stop of my temples here in Bagan, and before I leave I just wanted to address something that's close to my heart that is about Myanmar. The community of people I live with in Thailand were Karen people. Now the Karen people are one of 8 officially recognised language groups and ethnicities. These language groups also feature many dialects such as Pakinyor Karen, which is the language that I speak and have tattooed on my collarbone. Now sadly, when Britain returned independence to Myanmar, the Karen people became oppressed and persecuted. The Karen's army of guerrilla fighters stood no real chance against the might of the military power led by the then dictatorship to effectively wipe out the Karen people through human trafficking, rape, burning of villages, murder. There was no other word for it. It was nothing short of genocide. With the establishment of a kind of democracy in the last 6 to 7 years and the release of Aung San Suu Kyi, we are now seeing ceasefires and a kind of moderate process towards peace for the Karen people. If you're curious at all about what was really happening in the deep districts of Karen state 5-10 years ago when at the height of the violence, there's a fantastic documentary shot guerrilla style by 4 to 5 American guys from California who went in under enemy lines in I believe around 2006, and it really revealed what was happening to all of these displaced people and why they were being displaced. I'll post a link to the video down below. It's fascinating and it's very, very important to understand where these people come from and where they're at now today for me. Now, why bring all of this sad and grievance up? Well, it's very easy for me as a Westerner to walk around Myanmar, travel this country and have a wonderful time. But there are many, many states of this country that are still in civil war and unrest, and many people are not allowed to visit, particularly the press. The thing is, Myanmar is not just the Burma people. There are over 130 ethnic groups in this country, and whilst they are a wonderful people and I implore you to learn about their culture and their languages, I also implore you, learn about the Karen people. Their kind, warm nature, their fantastic woven goods that I'm sporting currently. Learn about the Mon people, learn about the Shan people, learn about the Kashin people and everyone else. This country is bigger than one people, it's everyone. And to those of you who do know the Pakinyor language and do know Karen people and how wonderful they are, to you I say Dablu, Dablu Pador, Yasuzuna, Bajato. Okay, that's more than enough temples for now. Let's head back. So it's the last evening here in Myanmar. We're just kicking it here by the pool, having a good time. I've had the most incredible time in Myanmar. I'd really recommend that you come travel here and do it sooner rather than later before it gets more touristic. I'm flying back to Chiang Mai tomorrow where I'll edit these and shoot them online. If you've liked the videos, guys, give it a like, give it a subscribe, it means a lot. If you've only seen this episode, please go and check out my other 3 in Mandalay, Inle Lake and Yangon. Alright, see you around.
down.